I just thought, okay, I'm officially impressed. This is ridiculous what he's doing.
Do you remember the first time you saw Henry Cavill in the full girl outfit?
I was having my screen test, and he came over and he shook my hand and said, "If you ever need anything, I'm here." It was a bizarre, yeah, with the context.
He's got really weird eyes.
Yeah, he was in the outfit, yeah.
Yeah, and it was kind of a bizarre way to meet someone dressed like that.
First time was I wasn't actually working with him. I just saw him walking to his trailer. And I was quite afraid. I was like,
you
he
also
looked so
ran
good.
away.
He looked so good. So, yeah, saw the back of him walking to his trailer.
Henry Cavill might be used to meeting fans, but what happens when celebrities become the fans? From awkward silences to hilarious fangirl moments, these encounters prove that even Hollywood stars can get starstruck.
A tough casting process, and we actually started by looking at someone much younger. Siri in the books is around 11, and we started there, and very quickly we sort of aged up the process. So we also were talking about how to make sure that we bring her in early enough and have Siri have our series. So we also were talking about how to make sure that we bring her in early enough and have Siri have.
Henry Cavill impresses everyone, not just the ladies. Aziz Ansari met him on the red carpet and couldn't keep his thoughts to himself.
Henry Cavill's so handsome. Look at this. He was on the plane and he was dressed more casual, and then he's got this killer three-piece suit on. God.
You two are the same. How are you?
No problem. Okay.
So handsome. We're good. Henry, Aziz Ansari from Entertainment.
Another star who knows the feeling is Tom Holland. When he met Henry Cavill, things got a little awkward because Tom admitted he couldn't help sizing him up.
Indeed. It's not the first time we've been in a room together, though, is it?
No, actually. We were chatting backstage, and my first trip to LA, I was at the Hollywood Spotlight Awards or something. I was with my lovely mum, and I was very excited. I went to the toilet. I was 11, so I was probably about the same height. And I remember sort of looking, I was at the urinal like this. I remember looking up and seeing Superman next to me. And then I looked down.
No! It was a strange move from Tom, but to be fair, Henry's aura makes celebrities lose composure. Even Vanessa Kirby, usually calm in interviews, had her own awkward glitch moment while talking to him.
I just thought, okay, I'm officially impressed. This is ridiculous what he's doing.
While filming Proof of Life, Russell Crowe was shooting a scene with schoolboys playing rugby in the background when one particular boy caught his attention.
What was your nickname at school?
My nickname at school was Fat Cavill.
I was doing a scene in a movie called Proof of Life, and in the background a rugby game's going on. You know, we're doing the scene and everything, but I've got my eye on the field, and there's one guy on the field who is just displaying he's got a great brain for the game. As it happens, we finish the scene. One kid is walking towards me, and he's the kid that I've been watching, and he wants to have a chat. He introduces himself, and he's just asked me, how do you get into acting? And so we had this very brief conversation, then we got swamped by these other kids.
Later, while preparing a gift for his co-star, Russell decided to include a message for the young boy who had approached him on set.
A couple of days later, and I had some other things left over, and I was like, oh, what was that other kid's name? Oh, Henry. So I wrote on a photo of Gladiator, of Maximus, which was a movie that had not actually been released yet. To Henry, Journey of 1,000 Miles begins with a single step. Russell, he kept that photograph with him, and he kept his dream alive and burning. The next time I see Henry Cavill is in a gym in Illinois. So we worked in the gym a week or so more together before we talked. And finally one day he comes over, puts his hand out, and we start talking. And at one point I went, do I know you? And he goes, yes, sir, you do. And he reminded me, and I went, Henry? That Henry? Is this Henry? It was crazy.
Simu Liu wasn't sure about meeting Henry at first. Hollywood can be full of egos, but sometimes meeting your hero proves you wrong.
Can I tell you a story about Henry Cavill? I had reservations at this restaurant, Carbone, and I look over in the booth and I'm like, I think that's Superman. And he's like really keeping to himself, like nobody's noticing him, which is crazy. And I just keep looking at him, and I'm like, no, he doesn't know who I am. I'm not gonna go say hi. I'm not gonna bother him. And then I was like, you know what, but what are we doing? We're in Vegas. I got up and I kind of went over and I was like, hi, I don't know if you know who I am, but I just wanted to say I'm a huge fan of you. And he like, you know, it's like one of those things, he wraps me up in a bear hug and he's like, dude, of course I know who you are. And, you know, you're, you know, the best. And you know, maybe I'm embellishing at this point.
No, whatever, he said it.
He said a lot of nice things.
Yeah, no, I was there.
And then, you know, came over and introduced himself to the whole table, so all my friends. After we had finished our meal, I went to ask for the check, and the waiter was like, Mr. Cavill is taking care of your bill.
What?
So that's my very true Henry Cavill story. Kind of wished I had ordered more.
Henry Cavill was a Superman on and off screen. Only Christopher Reeve rivals him. And yes, we've seen what happens when Superman meets Aquaman.
First time you've seen my face? God damn, he looks good. He still looks good. He looks way better. I want my beard back.
So now let's hear this story from actor Alan Powell. If there were ever doubts about who he truly is, this ends them for good.
I met Henry Cavill once, and he said one of the coolest things I've ever heard anyone say ever, and I think it's worth telling you about it. So, I was at the Beverly Hills Hotel. I was there having dinner, and I was leaving. I was leaving the hotel, and I'm from the South, so that means a lot of things, but one of the things it means is that I hold the door open for women specifically, but really just people in general. So what happened was I was holding the door open, and a bunch of people were coming in. So I was leaving, and a bunch of people were coming in. And so I'm holding the door open, and I got caught in one of those situations, maybe you've been there before, where there was just like a lot of people coming and leaving, and so I ended up just kind of standing there for a good solid, 60 seconds holding the door. And then so I'm holding the door, and I feel this hand come behind me and grab the door for me, and so I turned to say, thank you for relieving me of that responsibility. And I turn around, and it was Henry Cavill. And this is right when Batman versus Superman was coming out, so it's been a few years. But his face was like everywhere. I mean, I would recognize his face anyway, but his face was everywhere. So I turn around, and dude, check this out. This is crazy. I turn around and I said, almost like instinctually, I was like, whoa, you're Superman. And I swear to God, this is what he did. He looks at me, he kind of smiles, and he goes, sometimes. And then he just walked inside.
Sasha Calle debuted as Supergirl in The Flash, 2023. Meeting Henry Cavill, she admitted feeling nervous about playing such a legendary character.
Henry Cavill, man, like our Man of Steel, right? I met him actually after the movie was done. Months later, I gave him a big hug. He is kind and very proper, and it was a great experience. Like I asked him, I was like, did I make you proud? And I was like, cuz I was like, did I make you proud? Does Superman approve? And he was like, absolutely, you did a phenomenal job. And I think to me, that meant the world.
In another interview, his Justice League co-star Gal Gadot praised Henry's dedication and charm.
Yeah, it's been wonderful. It's been great.
Yeah, and for me, I'm dead, so all I did was come and visit the guys with scones and stuff and just
really good
made them as comfortable, because they shot here in England, so I just wanted to, I'm here for moral support.
Now let's switch gears and show you some funny clips that will make you interesting him even more.
And a good story, my nephew Thomas, he went to school one day, and it was, talk about your family day, and he was telling all the school kids that his uncle was Superman. And of course, the teacher then said, Thomas, we don't lie in school. And so she got upset with him, he got in trouble, and then my sister-in-law was pulled aside when she was picking him up from school, and the teacher said, look, we don't encourage our children to tell lies in school. And I recommend that you would do the same. And of course, then she said, about what exactly? Knowing that Thomas he does tell tall tales. she was all in. She's like, oh no, not again.
Right.
And then she went, she was saying that his uncle is Superman. She went, oh, I hate to tell you this. It's all true.
Right. Yeah.
And the show is on in bars, and you can't really hear what's going on in the bar.
Right.
So if you would indulge me, what I would like you to do is punch me in slow motion. I'm going to go flying back that way.
Does it have to be in slow motion?
And this.
Amy Adams has admitted in multiple interviews that she's smitten with Henry Cavill and has spoken about how fulfilling it is to work alongside him.
Well, it's just too bad about his face, right? He's such a nice guy, and then, I kind of feel bad because in all of the press, it's like obvious, so people are constantly asking the question, and then I'm like, Henry's going to take out a restraining order on me if I keep talking about how cute he is and like giggling in his presence. But I challenge anyone to stare in his eyes for 5 seconds and not giggle. I don't think that kissing Henry can ever be described as disgusting. I don't want to cross over a professional line, but certainly not disgusting. When you do kissing scenes, it really is one of those strange things because it's just so not intimate.
Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment and let us know what you think.